Hey guys, it's Instructor Shane, making up a follow-up video to my range session today. My three-part series on my X macro with 115 reloads, 124 Speer Gold Dot, and 147 Federal HST. So most of you know me well enough to know it is about evaluating our experiences. So let's talk about it. So on the range today, I tested my range ammo versus some of my hollow point ammo, different grains, and just wanted to talk and see what we got out of it. So it's no secret I reload my own ammo. It's cheaper, it's faster, but my my reloads are not like factory spec from the factory. Usually I make enough reloads in a session to last me a couple months. So I'm just cranking on my reloader machine. I'm not looking for perfection out of every round. So on the range today, I shot a 10 round string from 10 yards. And here's my target. I use B8 targets for most of my shooting. Just because this big circle is an 8-inch circle, really good for working on high thoracic cavity hits. The inner 9 circle is 5.5 inches. Okay. So here's my group that I had with my 115 grain reloads. And I'm kind of a nerd. I use a micrometer to kind of measure shot groups when I do some data testing. And this group is 95.77 millimeters in diameter. I did realize with this one, I know I pulled that one. Not the best group, not the worst group. This was my first shooting today. Absolutely cold. Okay. We'll move on to the 124 grain Speer Gold Dot. A little bit better of a group, 10 round group. Now, I will say my optic on my gun is zeroed for 147 grain Federal HST because that's what I've been carrying in it since I zeroed it. So better shot group than the 115 range ammo. Definitely kept anything in the 10 ring there. This shot group measured 77.15 millimeters. Now, with the 124 grains, I didn't realize it until I started shooting. They were 124 grain plus Ps. So there was a little added kick. And that's just recoil management. It has nothing to do with shot group size. And then my 147 grain Federal HST, which my dot is zeroed for. Phenomenal group right there in the center. Then I started pulling 1, 2, 3, and then that guy up there. So this group measured in at 81.70 millimeters. So the big reason I started or wanted to do this test for a while is when you look barrel length and grains in 9 millimeter, usually it's, hey, under 3 inches, we're using 124 grain. Above 3 inches, you want to use 147 grain. Well, my Sig Sauer X macro is right at 3.1 inches. So it's right at the cusp of either, and just kind of wanted to get some data on it. So comparing these shot groups, similar but different. The 124s did get a tighter group. Nothing significant. It's 77 millimeters versus 81 millimeters-ish, right? So, you know, this is just my first data test of what works best in my gun. Now, if I chose to go to the 124s, I would definitely want to re-zero that shot group more into the center freaking of the target where most of my shots landed with the 147 grain. You know, so as I've kind of been thinking and evaluating this since I've gotten off the range, What I think I'm gonna do is revisit this. I shoot a lot of 115 grain reloads in my training. I do shoot hollow points here and there just for data purposes. But what I am, or what I just did, I just ordered a couple boxes of 124 grain Federal HST. And seeing if the 140 or 124 Federal HST performs like the Gold Dot, or does it perform more like the, there we go, a little bit better. The Federal HST 147 is just in a 124 grain. So I think this is something I'm going to revisit a couple times. Just to kind of see where I'm at running Speer Gold Dot versus Federal HST in 124. So probably, I'll get that ammo shipment in a couple weeks, week or two, and then I'll get back out to the range, run it again. Just because, I'm not the world's best shooter. I don't think I'm horrible either. So part of this is, kind of the scientific hypothesis of just because you prove something once doesn't mean it's always true. It has to be repeatable. So I think when I get that new ammo in, I'm probably going to do, I think I have enough data on my reloads, but maybe do like 124 grain plus P with Speer Gold Dot, 124s with Federal, 124 plus P with Federal, and then 147s, and kind of get some data from that. But the thing is, as we're collecting data, yeah, I'm a little bit of a dork with a micrometer measuring shot groups, but we want the choices that we make in our defensive ammo to be quantifiable. I just don't trust YouTubers and the internet. So we actually want to get out there, get on the range, put in some freaking shot groups, and see what grain and what brand of ammunition actually works best in our defensive firearm, because you're literally betting your life with your carry gun in the ammunition you choose to carry. Like always, if you need anything or have any questions, definitely give me a call, email me, or leave a comment. Hope you guys have a great day.